You can go through your whole life and do nothing wrong, but still not achieve your goals and not really make any real impact. There are so many distractions and ways to be comfortable that if you don't get out of your own way, you can end up looking back on your life and recognizing that you didn't do really anything. So if you want to make progress and achieve your goals, it needs to be intentional. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club, day 15 of the 31 Days to Discipline, where we get here together every morning, push ourselves outside of our comfort zones to make sure that we're making progress towards our goals every day. If you want something out of your life, you got to choose it. Before we move our bodies, let's choose our first thoughts of the day so we're not drifting. Let's go. So, first step every morning on the Squat Club is squat. Get your feet underneath your hips, sit down in what we call our paleo chair or paleo squat position, heels on the floor. If you feel like you're going to fall over backwards, grab yourself a counterbalance and hang on. While we're here, we're going to set our intention, choose our first thoughts, and do a little bit of breath work. It's called a box breath. It'll be a 4-second inhale, a 4-second pause at the top, a 4-second exhale, and then a 4-second pause at the bottom. So we'll slow down the breathing here a little bit. And we'll start on an inhale in 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I am responsible. Nobody else, just me. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I will make time between stimulus and response, my response. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I have all I need to succeed today, and we'll focus on progress over perfection. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I choose to focus on gratitude, not all the negative. Inhale. All right. Step 1 complete. Let's start moving the body. So we've gotten up out of our beds. It is now time to get up off the floor. Turn the body up. Start moving, understanding that if we get down, we need to be able to get up. And this is kind of telling your body, hey, super important. You need to be able to do this. Excellent. Walk yourself down, walk yourself up if you'd like. You can hop, depending on how you're feeling this morning. Just move down to the floor. Get yourself all the way on the ground so that if you happen to fall down and you ended up on the ground, you've got the capacity to get back up. We're gonna go 2 minutes here. Starting to turn the heart rate up a little bit, turn up the body temperature, lubricate the joints so that we can hit some intensity, because intensity is the most important variable for maximizing your fitness. Bang for your buck. And while we're moving through this, I want to maintain that mindset that anything in your life is accessible and possible if you dedicate yourself to it and do the work. Those things will not happen to you, come to you automatically without you carving out the time to choose what it is that you want and then to intentionally do the work consistently over time. But anything that you want to do can be done if you do that. So that's what we're here about today. That's what we're here about every day. That's why we're up at 5 a.m. carving out the time when most people are sleeping to ensure that the things that we want to achieve, the legacy we want to build and leave, the example that we want to set, happens through consistency. And I mean, you could call it hard work. It's got to be intentional. It's got to be focused. That's how you get there. All right, second step of the warm-up is just our general warm-up here on the screen, which we'll modify a little bit as we go. First one is a standing knee raise. I'm going alternating here first, but you can stay on the same leg. Thinking about keeping the bottom leg straight and pulling the knee to the chest without letting the hips come forward. Just starting to tell the body, hey, we're gonna get into some positions here. Time to turn on. Second one, feet underneath the hips. We're just gonna hinge at the hip, sending the butt back, pulling the hips forward, squeezing the butt to top, maintaining a neutral spine as you do so with some good mornings. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, equipment. Good morning, Megan, Yaroslav, Jody. Good morning, good morning. How we feeling today? After yesterday's active recovery day, we should be feeling ready to go. Ready to push it a little bit today. Modifications available if necessary. We got a good one. Handstands, opportunity work. Good one. All right, from there, we're just gonna set up on one foot. We're just gonna get a little bit of movement here. You can get a little bit of hop. You can stand. You can raise and lower the non-standing leg, or hip, sorry. Get a few rotations. I'll get a few hops, a few hip raise and lowers, a couple sets, and then we'll switch sides. Just starting to turn on the little muscles in the feet that stabilize the ankle, the knee, the hip. Things that are often neglected when we're exercising. Switch sides if you haven't. Hop maybe a lot first thing. You could always save it to the second round. Sometimes I think I might skip that second round, now that I'm thinking about it. A couple more hops. I just want to start feeling a little bit of burn in the hip here on the standing leg side. A couple more there. Whoa. Okay. From there, we'll go to our Spider-Man lunge, our reverse lunge. I'm gonna take a big long step back. Let that back knee kiss the ground. Try to keep the torso nice and upright. Stand it back up, squeeze the butt again. Drop the hips straight down once you've taken your long step. And then stand and squeeze. So long step, straight down, straight up, together. Let's get at least 10 there. See how the legs are feeling today. We'll see. If you're having any discomfort or, something's feeling funny, feel free to always ask in the chat for some modifications, scaling options, whatever you need, if I don't go over one that works for you when we start talking about the workout. Okay, a couple more there, and then we'll get down on the floor, start our thoracic spine rotations here. So today, from all fours, we're gonna go hand to the temple, elbow to elbow, and then elbow to the ceiling. And we'll get 5 to 10 there. Trying to increase that range of motion on each twist. A few more, and then we'll switch sides. Elbow to elbow, elbow to ceiling. One side maybe doesn't turn as far as the other. That is pretty normal. Try to get a couple more on that side or push it a little further if you've recognized which side is tight or which direction. All right, from there, come on up and we'll test out our squat for the day. So first set of squats, feet underneath the shoulders. You're thinking hips go back and down, ideally till they're below the level of the knee. Drive it back up. We're thinking about keeping the knees in the same line as the toes as opposed to collapsing in, right? Maintaining the arch in the foot is one way to think about it. Hey, Doug. If you find this extremely challenging to get down there, you can always hold a counterbalance out in front, which will help you stay upright in that squat. So a little steel plate or a dumbbell or something definitely makes that easier if you're a little bit tight in the squat. All right, round 2. We're gonna get a hip rotation here. So standing on one leg, bring the knee up in front, bring it out to the side and down, and then reverse. So bring it out from the side, out in front and down. And we're just rotating through that. Stepping over the dog. You're helpful. So helpful. Okay, switch sides if you haven't. We haven't done these in a while. That's a good one. Trying to keep the chest tall. I think I need some more on this side. You want to come play, dog? It's forcing me to step up nice and high to step over the dog, which is a good thing. Okay. Hey, dog. Hey. Now you're just in the way. Oh, sorry. Ow. I don't know if I kicked you there, but that kind of hurt. All right. Next one, we're going to go with a staggered good morning, and we're going to travel with them alternating. So lining up the toes of one foot with the heel of the other, and I'm going to send the hips back, more or less straightening out that front leg. Stand up, squeeze the butt. Hips go back, stand up, squeeze the butt. We're just alternating the foot. We just kind of walk forwards. Hips back, squeeze the butt. Hips back, squeeze the butt. You may notice one side's tighter than the other. You may be noticing, if you're with us, how imbalanced we are. Something you can work on if you put in the time. Being really intentional. All right. Next one, we're gonna go with our single leg RDL. So you can stand on one foot again, send that leg back behind you, stand it up, squeeze the butt. You can increase that range of motion as far as you can handle, but trying to maintain that balance the whole time as well. Always start on the good side. Once again, being aware of whether you're even on both sides there, which side's more balanced or tight. Make sure you stick around after the workout. We've got opportunity work in the form of handstands. And then after that, we do a little bit of talk about, food sustainability, food freedom, and I'll show some clips from the farm and some beef that we're gonna process today, that we're gonna butcher. It's already been, that step is done. It's been hanging. It's actually in my basement, so you probably shouldn't be Trying to thaw it out a little bit. All right, next from there, we're gonna come into a Spider-Man lunge. So starting out in a plank position, take one foot fully outside the hands, and you can go through some circles, some back and forth, just trying to open up the hips a little bit. You'll feel maybe the hamstrings on the front there, and maybe the hip flexor on the back leg. Say Maples, the standard for how high to lift your legs. Yeah, exactly. She's about, what, 18 inches tall or so, maybe. Make sure you're lifting high enough to step over Maple. I like that equipment. Okay, switch sides if you haven't. Oh, there it is. That first switch is always a little tight. Have Job there this morning? I didn't see that yet. I didn't see him there. Ready to rumble. Okay, switch it up again, back to the first side. We're gonna do 2 per side here, taking a little bit of time to move around. Megan, were you in a massage chair, you said? I like it. Taylor, good morning. You all set to go, Taylor? We've got toes to bar. If you've got a pull-up bar, if not, we've got a modification for the floor. And thrusters today. We'll see how my knee's feeling. May turn that into a push press, we'll see. And then some handstand work. Scalable to any level, accessible for everybody. Had a good session. It was hard to get out. Good job, Megan. Way to get up. All right. I don't know if I started on this side. Yeah, one more. I don't know. Okay. Either way, we'll get out of this one. We'll do one more thoracic spine opener. We are going overhead, so we'll do one for that. So we're gonna do the old reverse snow angel on this one. So you're gonna take your arms overhead. From there, take them out to the sides, thumbs up. Whoa, I'm gonna hit stuff here. And then back behind you. When you're back behind you, try to keep the hands off your back. So keep them up nice and high. And then back around overhead, thumbs up. No, don't you bite me. And then back behind you, off your butt, overhead, behind you. Off the butt. Maple. Excuse me, dog. Get some cycles of that. Try to get around your dog as you do so. They are extra helpers / challenges. I'm just bonking her in the head now. One more cycle there. This is great for opening up the shoulders, warming them up. Especially when you gotta lift it over this dog. Okay, and then we'll hop up for our second set of air squats. So back to shoulder width, hips down and back. Oh, the knee feels okay now. Just crunchy. Just crunchy. Starting to think about that thruster position. You could even do your squats with the thumbs on the shoulders. Maple, excuse me. You are in the way. Definitely making me keep my chest up in the bottom. This crazy dog. Okay. Starting to feel warm. Let's talk about it. All right. So today's workout, as it is Monday. The dog just tossed her toy over there. Okay. Monday's workout often is an AMRAP. AMRAP means as many rounds as possible. And we're going for 10 minutes. So in that 10 minutes, you're gonna go through as many rounds as you can of, what's first there? 10 toes to bar, which is a hanging exercise. So I'll show that. And don't worry, I'm gonna show variations and some options here that if you don't have a pull-up bar, you can still participate and still get a great session. But if you do, toes to bar, first movement, you're gonna hang on your bar And I'll show you some options here depending on your level. Option 1, from that hang, pull the knees to the chest, let them back down. Knees up, knees down. I mean, option 1 really is just hang. If you find that challenging to just hang on the bar, just hang. You know, give yourself 15 to 30 seconds, hit a standard, maintain that. If that's okay, and the knee raises are okay, you want a little bit more, you can do the same thing with a straight leg, basically bringing the heels up to the level of your hips if you want that standard. So if here's my hip, if I bring my heel above the hip, that's a much more challenging standard than the knee. And then kind of your top option, I can't fully do it on here, but the top option would be contact the bar that you're hanging on with your feet. I'm actually gonna kick this, I'm gonna contact this lower bar because it's accessible here. So it'll look something like this. Back to a full hang at the bottom, touch the bar, hang, touch the bar. So that's the toe to bar option that I'm gonna do, but either one of those other ones are great. And then if you don't have a pull-up bar, your toe to bar option can be on the floor. You can go, you could go with a sit-up, super basic. You could go arms on the floor. You could go with a leg raise, which is basically like a toe to bar, just trying not to let the back arch on the floor. So you want to keep that low back pushed into the ground as you do so, as opposed to arched, press down. Keep the low back in the floor. You'll notice as the feet come down, you'll be tempted to arch. So keep the low back pressed in. And that's the option if you don't have a pull-up bar. And then there's always like a tuck up or a V up where you can go from here to a tuck, or, come on, or to a V. But I am not the best at demoing that one. So ideally, if you've got a pull-up bar, then we can go hanging. Otherwise, a leg raise or sit up is good, or tuck up V. Second movement, the thruster. You can do this with a barbell, a dumbbell, nothing at all. Let's talk nothing at all first. So if you have no equipment, or just you're new to exercise, you're gonna set your feet underneath your shoulders, thumbs on the shoulders. You're gonna squat down, ideally till the hips are below the knees. You're gonna drive at the top and then press the arms overhead. So you'll use the momentum of the top of the squat. Think about once the knees and hips straighten, that's when you take your arms overhead. Overhead, what you're looking for is the arms are in line with the body and locked out straight. So not bent and not out front. So that's your thruster with nothing, right? Squat, drive at the top. What do you got there? No, whatever. If you've got a dumbbell and you want to add a little bit of weight to this, but you don't have a barbell, you go half and half. So there's 10 reps per round here. So you would do 5 and 5. But all this looks like is put that dumbbell on the shoulder, squat down, and then drive at the top to that overhead position. Dumbbell to the shoulder, squat, drive, and lock it out. Then you'd switch sides, say 5 per side, squat, drive at the top. That can be done with a kettlebell. It can be done with like a little steel plate. Anything that makes this challenging enough such that 10 reps is doable. I want to say unbroken, but I don't know if I want to do them unbroken. And then if you've got a barbell and you want to do it that way, barbell on the shoulders with more or less a full grip on the bar, so you don't need to be in like a front squat position. Just be in between there, bars on the body, full grip on it, full squat, stand and drive. I'm probably gonna turn my hat around so I don't smash it, but full squat, stand and drive. Right, think about accelerating through that second half of the squat to drive the bar overhead, finishing with the legs. So think about what weight you may want to do here. Let's start warming that up. I would get a couple warm-up sets in at least, and choose a weight that, as I said, either you plan to go unbroken and get all those 10 squats done without putting the barbell or dumbbell or stick or whatever down. Or, you know, you can intentionally make it a little bit heavier and break it up once, maybe go 6 and 4, 5 and 5. It depends on the stimulus that you want. With lighter weight, gonna be a little bit more cardio. You know, you could kind of expect yourself to hold on a little bit longer, maintain a faster pace, versus a little more strength if you were to go heavier and break it up. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go like 65 pounds here. So I'm gonna keep it somewhat light. My knee's been bugging me a little bit here, so I think I'm gonna go with 65 pounds. Actually, maybe 75, because that seems too light. 75. So if you've already tested out your weight and you've tried, yeah. And to be honest, I was thinking about this yesterday and my knee wasn't feeling great. So if you want to, you know, if the squat is just not feeling it today, you could go with a push press. So instead of a full squat, you could just dip, drive, press, as opposed to a full squat. But that's really just if you're, you know, if you've got an injury, something feels real crappy, and you want to stay out of that squat. But otherwise, we should probably squat. Okay, hit the thumbs up button if you're all ready. Make sure you've tested out a few reps. We're gonna get going in 30 seconds here. Maybe more than 30 seconds. All right. Okay. Pad is on. Grab yourself a sip of water. So remember, we're going 10 minutes. As many rounds as you can get in 10 minutes. Not to be confused with how many rounds can you get in the first 2 minutes. You want to choose a pace that ideally you can keep for the whole time without slowing down. If anything, even a pace that you could increase as you go. So, let's get that there. Get some tunes on here. So pace yourself for the 10 minutes. You know, what you could think is, hey, what pace could I keep if I had to do that one movement straight for 10 minutes? And then once you have an idea of what that might be, just try to keep that. All right, I'm gonna keep a slow, steady pace on the toes to bar. I'll probably go 6 and 4 there, and then a slow, steady pace on the thrusters, and then, you know, like a transition in between. So steady pace, try to keep it consistent. Try not to start out too hot and then crash and burn. Let's do this. There. All right, well, good to go. My one is actually in pretty good shape, so I'm going to get that full thruster down to blah. Let's do it. All right, Yaroslav is good. Carl, you in? Taylor, equipment. Let's do this. Chalk maybe for the toaster bar. All right, game on. 10 seconds, team. Starts with the toaster bar. Remember, you can do a sit-up if you don't have a bar, or a leg raise. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
No mercy in this world, just hunger thirsty persons in different versions, each do what they that shit works.
You'll see I could do 10 straight there, but I'm not going to maintain that, so I'm going to start 6 and 4, even though, you know, that felt too easy kind of thing. Choose a pace you can keep.
Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everybody in the
okay, dog, you're in the way here.
Give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everybody in the world blind. Please give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you
Morning,
what to
Job.
do, man, they don't know shit.
One down.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
I think the other benefit
Please, Lord, give me
of breaking
a
these up
sign, a sign.
might slow down the heart rate a little bit from the thrusters.
I feel like
Those
I'm
are hard.
losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this
Walking the
every day and
stairs
I'm
now.
impatient.
That's it,
Hoping
Joe.
one day I blow up from the
Pick up the
basement.
pace.
Statement. The top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown. Get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world
Two.
blind?
About 90 seconds around.
Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man,
Three.
they don't know shit. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Going.
Please, Lord, give me a sign,
Go.
a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient. Hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't need shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown. Get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign,
4.
a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you sing along, trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give, don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm
2.5 to go.
losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
2 minutes.
Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
6.
Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to
40
cause
seconds.
disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
No. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 4. Time.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you sing along, trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give, don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Good job, team. You know what? Take a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yo.
Pause.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Yeah, get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Alright. Excuse me. Stop. Kind of felt that in the last couple minutes, and whew. All right, let's talk about our opportunity work. Great work, by the way. Post your scores down there in the chat. I think I was 7 plus 2. I'm just glad to have kept the thrusters unbroken. Whew, that was basically the goal there. Felt good. Key to slowing down time is to schedule a thruster AMRAP. It's true. It does go a little bit slower when there's something that you're calling nervous about. Almost 6. Great job, Jody. Great work. Okay, team, so next piece here is our handstand opportunity work. And don't worry if you don't have a handstand, if hearing that word is intimidating. We've got scaling options accessible for everybody, and over time those options, those scales are going to get you to a handstand. So let's talk about it. So from the top, if you're comfortable kicking into a handstand, Carl got 5. Is that your first workout now? That's awesome. Great job, dude. Carl's just getting back into it, so that's fantastic. So if you're comfortable kicking into a handstand, you're gonna take your fingers 8 inches or so from the wall, kick up relatively gently so you don't go through the wall, feet together, and you're thinking about ab squeeze, butt squeeze, leg squeeze, and pressing. Right, I want this ideally to look and feel like the top of my thruster, right? Arms are in line, locked out, I'm not bent, and I'm not out in front. Felt good on my knees, it's been healing a couple months now, awesome. Planks and thrusters in the same room would stop all the clocks. Now we just need to figure out how to move backwards in time. You got it, equipment. If kicking up to a handstand is not where you're at right now, what you're gonna do, or another option, is start with your feet against the ground on all 4s, come up to a downward dog, step up the wall with 1 foot and then the other, and that is a great option there with the arms in line with the body, head through. If you want more, you can walk yourself all the way to the wall where just your nose and toes are touching. I want to avoid, if I'm doing this one, the belly arch, or the back arching and the belly touching the wall. So staying nice and tight, pressing and squeezing. If that's all still intimidating, then another couple options here. So kind of working our way down from most complex to least complex, next step will be an elevated pike or an elevated downward dog. So you can put your feet up on the stairs or on a bench or on a chair. And then what you're gonna do from there is hands on the floor. And your goal is to get the shoulders over top of the hands and the hips over top of the shoulders. So as vertical as you can get without all of the weight being in the hands. And then kind of last option to still be upside down would just be that without the feet elevated. So just a normal downward dog like so, and then trying to shift the weight forwards into the hands. So instead of kind of being even between the hands and feet, press up into the toes, you can walk the feet a little further forward, trying to imitate that arms in line with the body position. So I know it says on there, shoulder taps, wall walks, handstand push-ups. You can choose the option that's challenging for you. We're gonna do, or I'm gonna do 1 minute on, 1 minute off for 5 sets, trying to hold for that whole minute. After all those thrusters, it may be challenging on the shoulders, but that's gonna be the goal here. You can do, you know, if you're newer to this, you could go 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off. You could go 10 seconds on, 50 seconds off. You could go every 2 minutes and say 30 seconds on, 90 seconds off. As I said, I'm gonna go every 2 minutes. So if you wanna choose an amount of time that you think you can maintain every 2 minutes, then it'd be easy to follow along. So let's get that set. Hopefully the shoulders are recovered enough. We're gonna see how this feels. I'm gonna get just a sip of water here and then we'll start. Let me know what option you're thinking, what kind of challenge you're going with. I'm gonna go with wall walks since I did the handstand holds yesterday. Good idea. Good idea, Jody. Or you could even do some like pike handstand push-ups or some pressing. Okay, but I think that's a good idea. Wall walks are a good idea, Jody. Okay, so every 2 minutes, 10 sets. All right, ready, team? Let's do this. 10 seconds. Just trying to slow down the breathing. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Whoa. That was slow getting in there. Excuse my sniffling. That's 10. That's 20. Keep going through your checklist. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the butt, squeeze the legs, and press. Abs, butt, and legs. That was 30. Where's Jason when we need him, eh? He's out camping doing some winter camping. That's 40. Might ease in here. That's 50. 55. And that's a minute. I don't know. We'll see if I can keep that. That's going to be pretty challenging. I have yet to do a minute 5 times, so we'll see. Good morning, Talia. Dad's 80th birthday meal last night. Long week. Catch up later on the replay. Whew, I can't even talk. Happy Monday, y'all. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by, Talia, and happy birthday to your dad. Sounds like a pretty awesome celebration. Been going on for a week. Sounds fantastic. Hopefully he's enjoying it. And hopefully you're getting him to do some burpees or some squats or something. That'd be great. Move it or lose it, right? Another 10 seconds. Set 2. 3, 2, 1. No. Why are you barking? It's 10. It's 20. 30. Come on, shoulder. 40. 50. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's 2 of 5. Wow, that is serious. Thank you. Yes, for an old 80-year-old, he's doing well. The Irish live well. Doing burpees and all when I can. That's it. Do some with him. Say, Dad, it's burpee time. Do 80 burpees for his 80th birthday. I'm sure he'd be into that, right? 30 seconds. Feel free to stretch out those shoulders a little bit, because... Jody, are you going 1 minute of wall walks on and 1 minute of wall walks off, or are you doing some every minute? 15. Hi, Poochie. Hey, Pooch Pooch. Hi. Hi. Oh, we're going back up in 5, 3, 2, 1. It's 10. Keep fighting, team. Make sure you hang out afterwards for our farm clips. 20. 30. Come on, right shoulder. 40. 50. 3, 2, 1. That's 3 down. 2 to go. 2 at the top of every minute. Good job, Jody. Oh, that's no joke. So 20 in 10 minutes. That's good. Wow, shoulders. Come on. This is getting pretty tough. Stay with it, team. I know it's not easy. Hey, Doug. Doug. 15 seconds. Set 4 if you're going every 2 minutes. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oops, 15. 20. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet. Moves won't have it till I'm doomed in it. 30. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. 40. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rise the song to the highest hitter. 50. 3, 2, 1. Holy. 1 more to go, team. Oh, shoulders. Oh. 1 more. You got it. Yeah, I got it. Oh. Shoulders are heavy. My goodness. I'm gonna dig through this last one here. 30 seconds. Even that's heavy right now. Oh, wow. I'm nervous. 15. Good morning, Tasharia. It's handstand day. 10 seconds. Last one. 5, 3, 2, 1. Maple, go. 10. 20. 30. 40. Oh man. 50. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we did it. Oh my God, that shoulder did not like that. Garden hose, gee. Good morning. Good morning. Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy moly, team. That was my first time doing the minute on, minute off 5 times. That got rough. I was concerned on that last one. We're going to fall down. Great work. Great work. Holy. Okay, take a minute. Think about your decisions. Think about your life. Wow. I definitely noticed a difference. Oh, Maple. Sorry, Jody, finish up those last wall walks. 10 seconds. Oh, we're gonna get a stretch in here, team. And then don't run away. I've got some farm clips for you, some beef clips. Hell yeah, well done. Wow, shoulders. Wow, shoulders. Okay. Let's do this. Uh-oh, what's that? What's this? Sorry, give me a sec here. There we go, that's interesting. That's not supposed to happen. All right, let's get in a shoulder stretch here. I am just wrecked. All right, so what we're gonna do here. Holy cow, I had to take a break in the 9th round. Good job, Jody. Good job, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna chill here for a minute. What we're gonna do is you're gonna go arms up the wall, hips over top of the knees, and we're just gonna chill out here. If you feel like that's a challenging one because the hands kind of want to slide down the wall, what you can do instead is find a ledge. I'm gonna use this window frame. Greetings to Sharia. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go hands up there. So you can put your hands up on a counter or a table or something, and then just drop the chest down. And we'll talk very briefly before we show our clips, just about, hey, get off. About the idea that, there's so many distractions available to us in our lives now, via the internet or via places that you can go and do things or whatever, but just fun, right? Things that are meant to be leisure, comfortable, fun, right? And you can fill your whole life with those things and look back and realize that you didn't accomplish anything, right? That you didn't have necessarily a purpose to work towards and aim to achieve. So I am not into that, right? I'm okay with having some fun, but I believe that our goal here, right? You hear a lot of people kind of looking for, how do I become happy? How do I make myself feel better? And I don't think happiness should necessarily be the goal. I think the usefulness should be the goal. And likely, if you're living a life of usefulness and you have a purpose that you're working towards, then happiness is pretty easy as well. Or at least easier than if we're just going along with whatever is comfortable and fun and easy. So consider, if you're not already, consider working towards a goal. Consider thinking about what your purpose is and then directing yourself towards that. We talk about having a bite-sized chunk that you can do every day. Whatever your purpose is, that end goal or that journey can be broken down into small daily action steps, that you could achieve very successfully with an hour a day. You may be able to get there faster with 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day if that's your situation. But most things, if you put in the time consistently, right? It doesn't need to be a big one-time effort. There never needs to be, I need to work on this day and night for a week. You just need to put in some time consistently. And what you'll see is that over a real amount of time, not a day, not a week, but once you start doing it for months and even years, that the potential is huge, especially if you set the goals big enough. You can make incredible amounts of progress in a year or in 5 years. We completely overestimate what we can do in a day. You'll write a huge to-do list and accomplish 10% of it. But if you were consistent with your to-do list and you worked on the same things for a year or even just 6 months, then I think you'd be amazed at how much you can accomplish in that time frame versus kind of what we try to assign ourselves in a small period of time. Maple, no. The people who have done big things in their lives haven't had it happen, haven't had a one-time experience that makes it all real. They've worked and worked and worked and worked, and over time that has become their reality. So, simple. We talk about it every day, so all you need to do is just be here for that reminder. When we're done, sit down, do your hour of work, and that life, that goal, that dream starts to become reality. On that note, part of my purpose here now is to become independent of our food system, become self-reliant, self-sufficient, have the highest quality food available for my family. So I became a farmer, and we're going to watch a couple clips here. This was over at the neighbor's place, unloading our frozen beef from their trailer. This is, another one of those lessons that if we're going to do this ourselves at home, that we need better facilities. So I think we may be looking into getting a sea can, one of those shipping containers to get on our place that we can hang meat in. And butcher it really out of the way of the pigeons, and ideally some sort of temperature control. So this is just frozen solid beef that is now in my basement, and we're going to try to process today. We're going to see how that goes. So here it is, all loaded up in the truck. There's my wife leaving. She came out to help. Some of those pieces are very heavy, the hindquarters especially. So there's that, and then we So I brought it home, and this is definitely not what we should be doing, but I put it in the basement on top of the freezers because it is still frozen solid and needs to thaw. So you can see the 2 hindquarters on the left freezer there, and then these are the front shoulders and the rib sections. But that's kind of neat, right? That's the whole beef broken down into 6 pieces. There are the hindquarters. Look at those things. Hoofs still on. I don't know if that's typical for butchers to leave the hoofs on like that, but there they are. And then one cute clip of the team playing outside. It takes a while to get it all done. Yeah, to share you, I think most people want to dry age their meat a little bit, so they hang it. That's been hanging for a week, and not necessarily dry aging well because it's frozen. But yeah, you'd have it in a temperature controlled area, you know, around freezing, around 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius, and you let the moisture come out, and it starts degrading. Really, it starts breaking down as well. The decomposition process starts happening, which makes it easier for us to eat. And then you would butcher it up from there. So we're going to cut that and grind it and make steaks and all that today with it. But it's definitely a process. Very true. So you can see there my wife getting our lights up while the girls play at what is commonly in the summer called the mud kitchen, but I guess you could call that the ice kitchen now. And Maple is helping in some way, but not really. Mostly she just takes the girls' mittens and runs away. She's pretty helpful. All right. So those are my clips for today, just to give you a little insight into what we're doing here. All right. So great session this morning, team. If you're interested, I'm supposed to be on a podcast later today called Turmeric and Tequila. I just need to fill out an intake form for her first. But make sure you hit that like button before we bounce out of here. Hit that thumbs up. Show YouTube that we are getting value out of what we're doing here. That's the best way that you can support this channel. Someday you'll be able to join a membership once we get to a certain point on YouTube. But for now, that thumbs up button is the best. And then just a quick note for tomorrow, we've got dumbbell clean and jerks and a squat hold. And then some single leg work. So got a good session tomorrow. I'm looking at this programming. I gotta switch something here too. All right. So either way, you guys are fantastic. I love having you here. Look at 13 people here right now. This makes me want to just hang out. Megan, you have a great day. Jody, you have a great day. Yes, that would definitely be a good spot to hang out, as long as you got your warm clothes on. Did you hear Sevon give you a shout out? I didn't. What did he say? What show was it on? I'm gonna have to go find that. They do so many different shows that it's tough. I was watching that barbell spin one yesterday, and they were talking about the business plan and the sale of CrossFit, and you know, people kept talking about, oh, we're gonna de-affiliate or whatever, and I kept saying, come join the 5 a.m. squat club, come join us. It was pretty good though. So who knows, you know, maybe if things go to crap with CrossFit Inc., then we'll have a surge of new people joining us. Who knows? Yesterday, do you know what show it was, Jody? You can send me that on Instagram. Maybe I'll have to check it out. Was it a positive thing? Was it, hey, go work out with those guys, or was it, hey, that crazy guy's doing stuff? Oh, I'm super curious now, Jody. You're gonna have to send me that. Either way, team, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. Carl, Jody, Che, Megan, Tasharia, Job. Who else was here? I know that Tiaroslav was here, but he's probably at the gym. Talia, equipment. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all tomorrow. I love you guys. Have a great day. Peace.